Hello, Facebook and all the world. I'm just going to assume this is working because yesterday when I tried it, it didn't seem to be working, but it actually was. So if you're hanging out with me, ring me up with a comment. Seems to be quite a bit of lag on this. So this new software with all this fancy stuff, it's backwards. So yeah, anyway, with all this stuff is called Ecamm Live, and I'm testing it out because it gives me an opportunity to do some stuff, including eventually I will be able to actually go and place. I have a comment. I have a thumbs up. I'm live! Woohoo! All right. Eventually, I'll be able to do some stuff like maybe split the screen and have some guests on. So I'm thinking if anybody wants to come on this crazy thing, let me know. Good morning, Cindy. How are you today? So today, in my teaser, I mentioned that how in the world can a root canal possibly be a positive? And here's the thing. I've had a toothache for, a couple of months now, and it obviously, as those things do, have gotten steadily worse. And yesterday, after I was done broadcasting here, I picked up a cup of coffee, and I've kind of gotten used to eating on one side or the other and, working it. And I wasn't paying attention, had a hot cup of coffee, and I hit it, and the pain about brought me to tears. It just wiped me out. It was really, really tough on me. And I decided, okay, I need to talk to a dentist. My family goes to a nice man. His name is Dr. Daly. My son Don started with him, I believe. Alyssa has had lots of work with him, and Belinda has gone to see him a time or two. This is something I can control. I can control whether or not I get this tooth fixed. My family will tell you that I absolutely hate dentists. There are very few things in life I fear. I will jump off of tall buildings. I will climb to the top of waterfalls. I'm not afraid of snakes or spiders. Hell, I've even been known to eat things that are not necessarily the standards. I don't fear much. My dear sweet departed mother used to say I was too stupid to be afraid. I'm not afraid of very many things, but I am terrified of dentists. My childhood dentist did not believe in this anesthesiologist, and as an adult I had a dentist who quite frankly just wasn't very good at it. So my mouth, and I also had a long series of orthodonture, which was not very polite. So I do not like dentists. If we establish that fact, it terrifies me to be in a dental seat. So what in the world could be good about having a root canal? Well, I went into the dentist. A nice woman named Mickey checked me in. She told me, hey, we are not accepting patients, and we're only working on an emergency basis. We're only doing appointments, and only on emergency basis, once a week. Tell me your symptoms. So I told her, and she says, well, I can't get you in next week, and I'm not sure about the week after, but can you come in now? And I'm like, let's see. Can I come up with a way not to go in? No, I cannot come up with a way in. I went in. And here's the thing. They set me down. I filled out all the forms. Another thing that absolutely terrifies me. And they ushered me back. Took a couple x-rays. Dr. Daly came in and said, you need a root canal. Really? No, I need to go. I hear my wife calling. You can tell, even here, you can see the redness in my face. It freaked me out. But I decided, time to face my fear, get the work done. It also gave me the option to get a crown, which I guess they actually could have pulled it if they wanted, which sounded like just as much pain and not much relief. So, long story short, short story long. After months of pain, I got a little soreness over here, but I can eat. I can drink a cup of coffee without doing the whole wiggle it over here, so I don't. It's perfect. I'm a little sore this morning. I didn't sleep all that well last night till I figured out that I could take some ibuprofen. I can control this. So what's the point of all this damn story? The point is, I did something about the pain that I personally could do, that I could control. This whole economic pandemic, this whole coronavirus, I got a cattail over here. And you have a cat. So all of this, I can't control it. There's nothing I can do about how many people die in China or Italy. Obviously, I can do the things I can do. I can wash my hands. I can limit my contact. Um, I can pay attention. I can help all you out. I can do this sort of thing. I can provide some information. But from here out on this podcast, see the cat over here? Here, I'm going to move this down a little. This is Sunny. Yeah, I know. Sunny day. Sorry. I didn't name him. So, what can I do? I can do the things I need to do. I can social distance, but I cannot control the world. I cannot control the virus. I can't control the politicians. There's not a damn thing I can do about that. And like the sports guys do, the football coaches, they always say, control what you can control and it'll work out. Well, I'm going to do something completely different on this podcast. I'm not going to talk about, who posted what or what's going on. I'm going to only talk about the stuff that's positive, the stuff that I can control, that you all can control. So again, it goes back. I had a discussion. Kitty, please don't move the camera. I had a discussion as I drove through the drive-thru of the coffee about whether or not a male or a female can be a dick. Well, since men can be bitches, I guess that means women can be a dick. So it's really simple. If you're out and about, if you're doing that, be nice to people. Be nice to people online. Don't post a bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense. Don't share anything that you can't verify. Don't be a dick. Don't be a bitch. I know some men who are bitches, so there you go. So do that. Control what you personally control. That's all you can do. There's not a damn thing more. It's so easy to live in fear and worry about this and worry about that. There's nothing we can do about it. We're stuck here, guys. We're stuck for, I'm guessing this isolation stuff is going to last 8 weeks. But do I know? No. They could get a vaccine tomorrow and we could all be vaccinated, and in 2 weeks it's fine. Likely to happen? No. But possible. I don't have any control over that. So I am only going to control what I can control. So as the British would say, carry on, my friends. Carry on. I did get something from my friend Terry Alpert in Twin Falls yesterday that I would like to read, and it's pretty simple. It's ways to stay positive. The first one is focus on what you control and not what you can't. That's what began to start all of this thought process for me while I was sitting there in the chair with that sound grinding away on my body, scraping away the tooth so we could get a good base to dig in there and wiggle around, and it was pretty painful. Let's see here. Let's see if I can do this. Now it says I can take this, highlight it. Oh, look at that. So this is one of the cool things. My friend Robert Riddle Jr., Robert Riddle Sr. and I have spent some time about drinking coffee, and we've also spent some time on the road. My friend Frances is 81, is about to turn 82, and she's one of the greatest people in the world. I would love to know what she is thinking about this. I hope that she gets a chance. You can see him standing there at the camera. That's pretty much a standard. We may figure out a way to socially distance and sneak out and get some positive going. So, Robert, I'm going to delete you here. What do you think of that feature, guys? Let me know. So if you make a comment, I may just sneak it over. Oh, no, never mind. I should probably ask permission before I do that, but I'm sure Robert won't care. My friend Ziggy is on this podcast, or on this live broadcast. I haven't seen him in years. Oh, we have a cat tail. Sorry. Cats are just a way of life, and we talk about something you can't control. Having cats is not anything that I can control. So, there you go. Focus on what you control and not what you can't. Be creative. Try something. I have several people who are working on some creative projects. When I'm done here, I'm going to talk a little bit about the book. Exercise gratitude. Man, I am so lucky. I am really lucky beyond belief. I have all you. I have my community. I have my friends, my family. My son Don is kicking ass. My daughter is settled in Great Falls. She goes to the doctor here a little bit. And hopefully, we'll get some information on what's going on with her. Build others up. That is so cool. Yes. Call somebody. Haven't talked to somebody in a while. Give them a call. It's easy. Phones still work. You can FaceTime, you can Zoom, you can Skype, you can do all that stuff. Haven't talked to somebody in a while? Send them a line. Tell them a joke. Learn, adapt, and change through the challenges. I've made a lot of changes, guys. This is probably a permanent thing. I'm trying to figure out a way to make it a broadcast. Probably figure out a way to put them on my website, which badly needs some care. I'm going to eventually, I think I can actually broadcast these straight to my YouTube channel. So if you want to archive them, you can go back and look. So be creative. This is a perfect time for you to think about where you are, what's going on, dig deep. This is not an age thing. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter where you are. We're going to get through this. But if we can get through it together, we're better off. And yes, Zig, the cat does want to be in the spotlight. So, there you go, folks. Control what you control, be positive, and hang out with me every morning at 9:30. I want to talk a little bit about the book. So, I've made some changes. Some of you know that I'm in the process and have been in the process. Talk about things you're afraid of and things that you can control. I'm writing a book that I call, let's see if I don't have any. Oh, yes, I do. That I call Just Around the Bend. It's based on my travels. I'm going to try something here really fancy. Oh, look at that. Did it go? Ah, look at that. Wow. Okay. Man, aren't we going? So this is the cover over here. Boy, this is hard because it's backwards. Anyway, that photograph is the cover of a book which I am writing called Just Around the Bend. Just Around the Bend is stories collected from being out on the road with people like Robert and my friend Corey Barish, a guy named Dan Motaz. I've wandered around with Keith Couch. And I learn things. And I also post these images online so there's an image there of the state capitol. And people tell me things, tell me great stories. Would you like to hear one? I'm getting a little long here, so I'll save that for tomorrow. But if you would like, maybe I'll put a photo up and tell a story. I'm running out of content because I don't get out, I don't hear anything. Nobody talks to me anymore. It's a little bit tough. So coming up with things to tell you all every morning because I've heard, thankfully, gratefully, I'm wonderfully happy that some of you seem to like what I'm doing here every morning, and it gives me something to do, and I greatly appreciate it. So I mentioned, I've had a professional editor. His name is Ken Levy, and he's done a wonderful job of editing my book, but it's to that stage where it kind of needs to get polished and pretty and figured out. I can't go to a designer. I can't really afford it, so I'm going to design it myself, and then I think I'm going to send it up to Fiverr and have somebody really professionally polish it up. All right, Cindy, I will tell the story tomorrow, I promise. So here's the thing. We have lots of time now. Plant a garden. My friend Carol, a new friend Carol, is planting a garden. She posted pictures. Do something fun. You got all the time in the world. No reason. I kind of, in a weird way, I think this is practicing for being retired. I don't think I'm going to like it very much because I really would like to hang out with my friends, Robert, and maybe get the Bora High gang together and do a lunch or a breakfast like we used to. I'm looking forward to those times, and I do think they're coming. I think we'll get back to what will be a very new normal. Apparently, money is going to rain from the government. We'll see. I noticed they even included gig workers, which is really cool. Ooh, that's cool. Let me do this. How fun is this? Let's try this. So my friend Cindy Perkins, Cindy Marlowe, is learning Photoshop. Good luck with that. I've been using Photoshop since before it was owned by, when it was an Aldus program, and I still don't know it very well. So if you come up with any real cool tips, Cindy, let me know. Maybe we can discuss it over Skype. All right. What do you think of that feature? You want me to keep using that? So, getting back, sorry, I do ramble a bit, folks. I have an outline over here, which is really good because I am roughly sticking to it. All right. I'm going to just about finish this up, but here's what I want to tell you. This is Heard Over Coffee number 6. I'm doing these every single morning at 9:30 Mountain Daylight Time, and I'm going to continue. I've gotten plenty of feedback, and it seems like it's something you all want me to do. Yeah, okay. I just kind of did it on a lark because I was bored. Don't be afraid of that toothache, or do be afraid of that toothache. Control what you control, and sometimes you just have to get the damn thing drilled and get it taken care of, because in a day or two, I'm not going to have any pain. I'm going to have a mouth that actually functions again. I've had a lot of trouble. I've had some baby teeth. I have some gaps and that sort of thing. Probably going to stick with those because I can't really, didn't make a lot of sense to have braces at 62. So control what you control. Wash your hands, social distancing, all of that sort of stuff. Yeah, Denise and Cindy should talk. You two have a lot in common. You're very wonderful people. I appreciate the fact that my friends, old and new, can gather here. Can do what you can control. And if we can get better at living away from the panic, the toilet paper obsession, controlling what we control, we'll be far better off. And it will be better off for you specifically, and it'll be better off for everybody else. So, yank that pain. Take care of it. Do what you need to do. Help what you can do. Obviously, carry on. And don't forget the words from my friend Terry Halpert. Focus on what you control, not what you can't. Get creative. Exercise gratitude. Gratitude's a superpower. I'm telling you, if you can be grateful on a regular basis, it will very, very much. It is. I miss you too, Annabelle. It is very, very, very strong if you can be grateful for what you have, and not covet what you don't have. Build others up. Call somebody. Go across the street to your elderly neighbor and, take her a roll of toilet paper. Whatever it is that you do to make people happy. Learn, adapt, and change through these challenges. I'm certainly doing that, and I encourage you to do that too. So, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to try to close on something really fun. Is it going to work? All right. This is David Arte. It's called Heard Over Coffee. I do this every single morning at 9:30 Mountain Daylight Time. I'm out.